Hello student, good morning all of you. Today I am starting semester 2nd, paper number 4th. Name of this paper Analytical Chemistry. This paper contains 4 units. First unit Introduction to Analytical Chemistry. Unit number 2 Chromatography. Unit number 3 Theory of Titrimetric Analysis. And unit number 4 Water Analysis. And analysis of fertilizer, this topic unit number 5 is deleted. Therefore this paper 4th same second contain only 4 unit. Introduction to analytical chemistry, this topic is started by K.N. Patil sir. Then today I am starting unit number 2 chromatography. This topic contain following units. First, introduction of chromatography. Second, paper chromatography. Third, thin layer chromatography. Fourth point, comparison of paper and thin layer chromatography. Means this topic contain only two chromatography, paper chromatography and thin layer chromatography. Explanation of all in detail of these two chromatography. And in your practical, there is paper chromatography. Then when you doing the practical, this topic will be cleared. And last point in this topic is the comparison of paper and thin layer chromatography. Then reference books for this topic available in our library. Chromatography by H. Kaur and Analytical Chemistry by Gurdeep and Chatwal. Then here chroma means color and graphy means writing. Means this is the color writing technique is called as the chromatography. Chromatography is versatile separation technique for simple and complex mixture in pharmaceutical, food and other chemical industries. Chromatography is physical method of separating the component of mixtures. Means we supplied mixture of 3 or 4 component. Then using chromatography, these 3 or 4 component you will be separated using paper chromatography as well as the thin layer chromatography. Then advantages of paper chromatography. You remember that this paper chromatography is the physical method for separation of component from mixtures. Then advantages of chromatography. First advantage, the method is simple, often rapid and elegant, so can be used for separating complex mixtures. Means using chromatography we can separate component of complex mixtures. Then second advantage of this chromatography is this method being sensitive, micro and picogram of mixtures can be separated. Means for separation we require very small amount of mixture. And third advantages of chromatography is chemically similar and physically closely resembling components can be separated. Means some components are chemically similar but physically different. Then this type of compounds will be separated by using chromatography technique. For example, geometrical isomers, malic acid and fumaric acid. These are physically different but chemically same. And these components separated by using chromatography technique. Separation occurs at mild condition below or at room temperature without using hazardous chemicals. So safe to separate biological samples also. The next advantage of chromatography technique is most of the time the equipment required is simple and inexpensive. Means for chromatography technique equipment is cheap in nature. And last advantage of chromatography technique is Some of they can give absolute, that is 100% purification, that is affinity chromatography. Means chromatography mainly used for purification of samples and separation of components from mixtures. This is the, you remember that chromatography is the separation, chromatography is used for separation and purification of components, and this is the physical method. Then next point here, basic principle of chromatography. In basic principle of chromatography, as the mobile phase moves over stationary phase, the solute of analyte located experience two types of opposing forces. Means mainly in basic principle of chromatography there are two forces. One is the driving force and another is the retarding force. It tends to carry the student forwarded along with it. It tends to carry this solute forwarded along with it. At the same time, the stationary phase, due to its absorption or solvent or ion exchange power, exerts a retarding force. It tends to return the solids there itself. The extent of these two forces is not same for different solutes. Based on these two forces, means driving force and retarding force, two forces is not the same for different solutes. Based on these two forces, each one of the solute distributes quickly between the two phases and tends to attain equilibrium. The concentration ratio of solute at equilibrium, you remember that the concentration ratio of solute at equilibrium is called distribution coefficient, and this distribution coefficient denoted by letter K. Here distribution coefficient is equal to solute concentration in stationary phase, solute concentration in stationary phase to solute concentration in mobile phase. Steadily flowing fresh mobile phase carries the solute forwarder, so equilibrium is never attained. Reaching at new site, the solute redistribute once again and try to attain equilibrium. This repeats again and again. Solutes having higher K value, K means distribution coefficient value, experience greater retarding force and move slower, while solutes having lower distribution coefficient value experiences lesser retarding force and move faster. These differences in relative movement lead to their separation. So solutes differing in K value get separated into discrete bands. Different chromatographic techniques operate on same basic principle, but the nature of force involved may differ. Affinity chromatography is an exception as it operates on specific biological interaction rather than the physical or chemical differences. The next point in this chromatography topic is basic terms used in chromatography. When we doing the practical of chromatography, some basic terms you know. First basic term in chromatography is the phases. Second one is the analyte. Third one is the development. Fourth is the chromatogram. Fifth is elution, and sixth is the solvent front. Means when you do the practical of chromatography, you remember that these six terms. Then first term I am explaining here, phases. The distinguishable phases are used. One remains fixed or stationary and act as a sorbent and called as a stationary phase. It can be solid or liquid, held to some solid support called matrix. The other is mobile phase. Mobile phase is liquid or gas that moves over through the stationary phase and act as a solvent or developer. It carries forward the solutes of analyte and helps to resolve them into separate bands. Means there are the, in case of phases, there are the two phases. One is the stationary phase and another is the mobile phase. Stationary phase, solid or liquid supports called as the matrix, and in case of mobile phase may be liquid or gaseous, moves over through the stationary phase. Then second one, analyte. Analyte means compound undergoes analysis. This is called as the analyte. It is the mixture located to separate into constituent component. The components in the mixture are called solutes. The components in the mixture are called as the solute. Then next one is the development. It is a slow and steady flow of mobile phase over or through stationary phase, causing separation of the component of analyte by promoting their differential movement. The next basic term, chromatogram. Chromatogram is the stationary phase or support medium of stationary phase carrying the separated solutes as bands over it. The next basic term is the elution. Elution means collection of separated components by washing the stationary phase with suitable solvent called as the eluent. This elution is carried out in case of column chromatography. And last term is the solvent front. Here solvent front, it is the boundary up to which the mobile phase has moved on the stationary phase. Means boundary of mobile phase is called as the solvent front. You know these 6 terms when doing the practical of chromatography. First is the phases, second is the analyte, third is the development, fourth is chromatograph, fifth is elution, and sixth is the solvent front. Thank you very much.